Hello there, in this video we'll continue working on our pirate game where we have to defeat enemies and protect the girl. In episode 1 we created the base game, and in episode 2 we added a life system and lots of UIs. Today in episode 3 we'll add a shop system so we can buy upgrades and improve our stats. Let's get started. So this is the collection that I have in Makko. As you can see, I have everything perfectly divided in the different elements that my game actually has. So for example, over here I have the main coin, let's say, but as now we're gonna be having a shop system in our game, I wanna have the enemies dropping either this coin, okay, that we've seen a second ago, or also a coin bag that will give them a few more coins. So for this I will firstly need to create a new image, and I'm gonna be using my coin as the reference for it. So what I really like is that this bag, okay, came from a reference, okay, specifically from the coin. So Makko was able to create a bag that specifically had this coin. So as you can see, the consistency is literally perfect. Now what I can do is go to Tools, Export, and this will give me the PNG. Now here I am inside Godot, so I'm gonna be using Claude code, specifically the new model Opus 4.8, and not only that, but also Godot AI, which is an MCP that basically allows Claude code to interact way better with the Godot editor. The good thing is that it is totally free and open source. And now I'm gonna be using Claude to allow enemies to either drop me a coin when they are killed or a coins bag. The idea is that the normal coin just gives me, for example, one coin, but the coins bag can give me a few more. Okay, so now we have it. When I kill an enemy, okay, there is a chance they drop either a coin or a coin bag. So there it is. For example, here we have one coin, and well, here I've lost a life, but well, nothing wrong with that. Let's try to also grab a coins bag to see if we're able to grab a few more coins. Okay, so here we have it, and as you can see, it gave me in this case 3 coins, so that's cool. Now that I can collect a few more coins, I need a button that will allow me to open up this shop window. So for this I'm gonna go back to Makko and generate it. Something that I particularly like is the fact that you can select how many images you wanna generate. So for example, here I got 2 of them generated, and you can even iterate on the results. So here I could choose whichever I like the most. Then what I've done is save the image, I then downloaded it, imported into Godot, and I start setting up the UI. Then I told Claude to set up the base system for this. Basically I should be able to open up the shop and close it. And at the same time, I started to generate some UI mockups for the shop window itself in Makko. I want the player to be able to buy movement speed upgrades, attack speed upgrades, even a coin multiplier upgrade such as 1.1x, 1.2x, etc. so that it can collect coins a little bit easier. And also the idea is that the player doesn't lose the upgrades when it loses a life, for example. It should only lose everything if the game is completely over, if it has lost the 3 hearts. As you can see now, collections are getting very big, because for example I'm gonna go to UI windows. Well, I have many windows now, and you have the shop. I initially had this button, but then I thought, okay, let's try to change something better, and indeed it was a little bit better. And I also have this mockup for the upgrades window or for the shop, okay. And now what I need to do is to extract each individual element. So for this I'm gonna select just this image as a reference, and in the prompt I'm gonna tell it to just give me the panel, okay, the brown wood, skull icon, and these kinds of lips. And well, in Godot itself I already have the shop button over here, and when I click on it, well, I have this this window, okay, that then I'm gonna actually create. So for example, here I have it. I think it's pretty good, and I will have to repeat this process until I have everything completely separated. And while I'm getting this done, also in Godot I'm starting to create the window. I'm gonna be using placeholder assets, okay, and then I'm actually gonna be replacing them with the images that I'm separating in Makko. Yes, because here we are trying to be as efficient as possible. This is probably the part in which I'm gonna be spending the most amount of time, because it's a matter of separating some parts in Makko, downloading those parts, importing them in Godot, trying to match the reference as much as possible, but at the same time is the part that you tend to enjoy the most, because you actually put inside of your game all the assets that you've been generating. Also, something that is very cool is that if you have your collection, for example here I have my shop window collection, you can export everything with just one click. So you go to export, then you click over here, then you can extract this zip, and as you can see here you have all your assets. Once again, this is taking speed to the next level. Okay, so I already have a base scene, okay, that I'm gonna be reutilizing for this upgrade panels and buttons, okay. So this is the reference, okay. I modified it slightly, okay, but I think it looks just fine. So to create the other ones, I could just duplicate this one, move it down, then I could call this one, this is damage, and then over here I could enable editable children and modify whatever I need. For example here it's gonna be movement, no sorry, damage. This one is called damage or sword, I think I saved that, yes. And of course I have to modify some stuff. Very good. So the next step was actually creating the system with all the logic. So first of all, as you saw in the mockup, each upgrade has like some kind of circles that determine, let's say, the level of the upgrade. So they start completely in like that brown style, and as you are able to buy upgrades, they start having like those circles with colors, which makes the UI look super alive and super colorful. So as you can see, it's a pretty, let's say, complete and very interesting UI. So definitely Claude here is gonna have like a huge challenge, because not only does the UI has to work, but also then the player has to, for example, as you buy the upgrades, it has to move faster, it has to attack faster, you also have to apply the coin multiplier. So it's actually like a lot of things that it has to do, but the cool thing is that as it has the MCP, it can read the scene hierarchy, understand that there is an upgrades window with buy buttons, that it should read the prices from that buy button in specific. So once again, without the MCP, we should have it to like provide dozens of screenshots of how the hierarchy looks like, of what UI elements we have, but fortunately, okay, with the MCP, we can do it way faster than without the MCP itself. So probably here the most complicated thing to do is to communicate all this information to Claude Code, verify that everything is working correctly. But anyway, it's something more than doable with Opus 4.8, the MCP and Makko. Okay, so let's see this, okay? Now I can collect these coins over here. So let's do it. Okay, and let's go to the shop. Okay, as you can see, everything is paused. Hey, the UI, people, looks awesome. Now as you can see, I have 9 coins. We could even add like another UI here that tells me how many coins I have, but I think that for now we are good to go. And well, we have coin multiplier, movement speed, and attack speed. So let's try to buy, for example, movement speed. Then we have attack speed and coin multiplier, and so as we have the circles in colors, it's not the same as the reference. I'm gonna actually adjust it in a second, but I also have the coin multiplier here, and it tells me the actual coin multiplier that now I have, so that's cool. Okay, and I have no more coins, so I suppose that, as you can see, this does not work anymore, so that's perfect. And when I click here, okay, it doesn't allow me to resume the game, but I'm pretty sure this is because of the order that I have over here. So let me actually put the close button at the very top of everything, exactly here. And now for the colors, I'm gonna be using here the reference, and here as you can see, they have a fill color, So let me use the color picker to actually use this color over here for the movement, this one for attack speed, and lastly this other one for coin multiplier. Now let's hide this reference again. And also I want to show how many coins I have while I am on the shop. So for this I want to grab this stats row, I want to copy it and paste it inside the shop window, exactly like this, and I want to just remove what I don't need. For example, this gap and this enemy stuff, I don't really need it. Okay, so now let me actually click over here, and okay, when this message disappears, as you can see, this looks awesome. I can click here to close everything. That's perfect. And now we also have like this other wallet here that tells me how many coins I have. So let's kill some of these guys. And now, okay, that I have 16 coins. Oh, well, here it tells me 0 because I didn't tell Claude to also update the coins here. But anyway, let's buy some movement speed, attack speed, coin multiplier, more attack speed, and more damage. Okay, I cannot, I cannot buy more movement speed. But now I should be moving slightly faster, and as you can see, I can also attack faster because the animation is played faster as well. So for example, now I have even more coins, so let me buy even more movement speed. Okay, and as you can see now, I can more easily reach the enemies. Okay, so yes, I think the system is working perfectly, and the cool thing is that the more coins I have, the more coin multiplier I can have. So for example, right now I am in 1.5, so I can make way more money. So that's very, very good. So here Claude implemented this other coins panel, basically that it should also update with the shop. And also I want to exaggerate it a bit more the upgrades. Okay, so here I have 19 coins. So let's buy some movement speed, some attack speed, some coin multiplier. I could also like show here, I think, like the current movement speed or the current attack speed, but I think that like this is more than enough because the UI looks super, super clean. I love it. So let's see now, as you can see, indeed, yes, now it's way more easier to actually see these things changing. Like for example here, like I bought a lot of movement speed. I will even try to max it out, and as you can see, yes, I can reach like every end of the screen super easily. Like here, bloom, 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 bloom. So indeed the result is super, super amazing. The game is growing a lot and I am loving it. And once again, without Makko, this would not be possible. So make sure to check it out using the link in the description down below, which also has a unique discount for you. You can see that indeed you can do super, super amazing and Polish stuff with it. See you in the next one and bye bye.